All right, so we're going to talk. I got to do some chest flies. What I'm going to do, a set of 10, 12 reps anywhere in there. And then I'm going to do hanging knee raises here up on my arms. I'm going to bring each individual knee up across, trying to keep my other leg completely straight, but the other individual knee up in a twist to the opposite shoulder, if that makes sense. So just a knee raise, a single knee raise. I've got the chest flies set up. And what I want to talk about is the most powerful thing that we own when it comes to getting shit done, becoming exactly who we want to become. The most powerful thing we own is our mindset. So everyone seems to be, a lot of people are willing to work. A lot of people are willing to work, put in the work, and it's different levels of that. I want to make sure that you and we are the ones pushing, and putting in the hardest and the most elite amount of work, the most consistency. We're going to be giving up the most. Taking the most sacrifices. I'm going to be making the most sacrifices, more than the average person, more than the above average person. That's what's going to set us apart. But because a lot of people are willing to work, make sure it's recording. A lot of people are willing to put in the work, put in the grind. But it's important to know that it's your mindset that is the compass of which direction, what your default to. When I'm having a lazy day and I'm feeling like I don't want to work out, it doesn't matter if it's my second, my third, my fourth workout. It happens every single day. There's a moment where a workout partner cancels on you, or they have an appointment and they have to reschedule, that kind of thing. And you say, you know what, I can sleep in for another hour or something. And that goes against what you had planned. And I know, because I've done it before, if you do that, it throws off your whole day. You've got to power through it. And so nowadays, I'm sharpening my compass, my mindset. You've got to sharpen that sword. It is truly the most powerful thing we have, because we're going to work. They're going to work, we're going to work. But there's a difference, is that we have a vision so clear. That we have a vision. That's why they call it a vision. It's not something you can see. We would call it sight. It's vision. It's you can see it before anyone else can see it. Is that you can feel it. Some people have dreams, that we have premonitions. We have a way at which we can see the future. We can feel the future. It hasn't happened yet, and it's not something we just want for ourselves. It's the inevitable. And that's why they call it a premonition. That's why they call it a vision. It's because it's almost as if we have a type of gift, a type of emotional quotient, like an IQ, but EQ. We have an EQ up in here, in our heart, in our soul, wherever it might be laying, that we know what's going to happen. We could say these crazy words out to the world. We could say these crazy things out loud, but we have what others look and say, oh, I have that too. I have dreams. I have goals that I want. But it's different. It's different because we see it so clearly. We have that vision. Our mindset is so sharp. That we already know what's about to happen. And now the work, but the compass, the mindset, it shows what direction we go in. So when I'm lazy in that mid-morning workout, my second workout of the day, you can say, I've already gotten a good workout. I can wait till later. Or, if you're going to work out 4 times a day, you say, so what if you miss one workout? But my mindset quickly kicks in because those thoughts happen. I had that conversation with myself, a weak bitch conversation. But then the default, your mindset is what you default. Even in my lowest, I say, you know what, fuck you. Nick, talking to myself, I say, get out of bed, you lazy fat fuck. That's what I always say to myself. I give myself a little kick in the ass. Now, I'm not sure what you need, what you want, but I'm always, let's go, let's push, let's keep staying motivated. When in doubt, work out. At all times, do the hard thing. That's what sharpening your sword is like. That's what sharpening your mentality is all about. It's, I'm going to do the hard thing. The necessary thing, likely almost always the less pleasurable thing. I'm going to give up time with people I love and friends and family. And I might even give up relationships altogether because what I have in my mind, what I have planned, and what I want for this one life, the one thing most precious to you is not your family and it's not your faith. It's your life and how you do with it. Because if those things are precious to you, then this underlying thing, your life, your purpose, needs to be number one. Because those other things don't matter if you don't have a purpose and if you don't have a drive. And that's great that you're God's soldier, but if you're not even doing anything on the front line, you're a very ineffective soldier. Or if you're a very ineffective husband or wife and you're just like an average person and there's nothing that you're looking to excel at in life, there's nothing you're willing to do that's hard or challenging, ultimately is you decide your own value. You determine your own value. You know, all men were created equal. Some work harder in preseason. I heard that. So let's do a set. Let's do 10 of these flies. You know, in the hard work we trust. You got to remember that. In the hard work we trust. In the reps we trust. You know, what can you guarantee is going to get you farther in life than staying motivated? Making sure you default to doing the right thing at all times. Staying on your grind, regardless of what comes up. Some great event that you would hate to miss, but you're going to miss it because you have bigger goals. So that's the problem, is a lot of people shoot too low. Wouldn't you hate to shoot so low and actually meet your goal? That's a sin. That's a sin. What you should, most people, this is probably you, if you know, based on probability, there's probably someone out there who's hearing this. You're probably shooting too low. Why are you not trying to be the fittest version of yourself? Why are you not trying to be the most successful version of yourself? Why are you not trying to be the most charitable version of yourself, a billionaire, a trillionaire? Why are you not trying to be the best family member you could possibly be? You know, you're the type of person that gets them the gifts that it's like, whoa, how did you know I like that? Or I've been looking at that. Or this is one of my weaknesses, but how are you not trying to be the best version of yourself in every possible aspect? That's because you're shooting too low. And most people are unwilling to carry out the actions necessary because their goals are so low. Yeah, you're going to generally make more money in life as you progress. Most people are generally taken care of. Almost all of our needs are met for most of us, 100% of us. Our needs are met. Our wants are many, but your needs are met. We're in the most blessed time, in the most blessed country, in the most blessed and lazy fat generation, and I take part in that as well. You know, it's something we got to fight, and that we fight that with the most powerful thing we own. That's our mentality, and the mentality is like a compass. You know, some people, they just go wherever the wind blows them because they have a weak mentality. This is universally understood. You know, some people will say, oh, this is a lifestyle I want to be able to just whatever. And, you know, it's why do some people achieve trillionaire status and why do some people stay poor? You know, it's almost, and why are people who are poor have some of the biggest advantages? Because when you got your back against the wall, you have superpowers. You know, when there's no way else to go but out, or when someone corners you and you're a beast. But if you got to have that mentality, that I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. And I don't know how I'm going to do it or when it's going to take place, but I know I'm going to work, and I'm going to work. And in the hard work, we trust. I'm going to put in the reps. I'm going to do enough chest flies and knee raises until I get the abs I want, until I get the chest I want, until I feel that front shoulders popping out, and I'm going to keep working, and I'm going to keep working. And when I go home, I'm going to get so much water in my system, some green tea, I'm going to get some eggs for protein, and then I'm going to go to sleep and recover. And I've got 3 more workouts just like it planned for the day, regardless of what your method is. With the mentality, if you can sharpen this, and this is an ongoing thing, you should always be sharpening, whether you're already at trillionaire status or you're at the bottom. To be great is a direction. It's not a place that you arrive. To be great is a direction, is a greatness mentality, is just fucking push. It's all about doing better. You know, if you're a trillionaire, you can do a trillionaire plus $1. You know, you can always keep moving. You can always, the sky is not the limit when there are footprints on the moon. Keep working, keep doing the reps. In the reps we trust, let's do set 2. You know, I'm going to put myself in, I vow to try to be better and better and always put myself in uncomfortable environments. I'm going to come in when it's 107. I'm going to not use a fan. I'm going to stay hydrated. but I'm going to do things that are uncomfortable because I could turn that's the thing, is you're uncomfortable without a choice. It fucking sucks, but you don't have a choice. Now, the true mentality kicks in is when I have a choice. I can afford to go to Taco Bell now. I can afford to have fast food now. I can afford to turn a fan on. I can afford to sit and watch TV all day. It's when you have choices. That's when your mentality has to kick in. A lot of us are already there because we're blessed. We're in the most abundant time possible. You know, you look better than most people and you're only 50 pounds overweight instead of 100 pounds overweight like an average American. And you can say, I'm almost as, I'm in a great shape. I know a ton of, most of the people I know are more out of shape than me. I'm in pretty good shape. I'm still young and I'm kind of fit. Is that people's standards, people's goals, people's mentality is so low that 30% body fat, 40% body fat, a lot of people walking around between 40 and 50% of their body weight is fat. If you weigh 220 pounds, 110 pounds of you is fat. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And I still haven't come up with a theory, but I'm wondering if that fat that's hanging on your body is even a part of you. Because it's not you. You're the same person once you lose the weight. So, I can't even explain it properly. I'm formulating an idea or a theory or a video where I go, how much of your excess body fat is actually a part of you? And how much of it is like a parasite that's just hanging on you, or just a trash or a piece of toilet paper that you're dragging around your heel everywhere you go? It's unnecessary. It's unhealthy. It's, I've got plenty of it myself. I've got at least 20 pounds to lose, and a ton of pounds to gain, building muscle. But this excess material, this excess stored energy is not necessary in our day and age. And your body stores it because of improper diet tactics, whether your hormones are out of check, maybe your calories are in check, but you're not going beast mode in the gym. You're not stimulating your hormones. See, people want to burn 1,000 calories. People want to show up and get their circles met on their Apple Watch and get their steps in, but they're not considering how their hormones are treated. You're not considering how beast mode they went on that bad food, right? You want balance. That's what everyone says, balance, which I disagree with. They say they want balance, but there's not balance when you eat terrible. See that scale? Way down. The amount of food that you eat and what it does to your hormones, not even just the amount, just the sharpness of your insulin spikes and how bad the food really is, the way that we've got it modified and the way that you're eating it late at night and the way that you're eating excessively, boom, that scale goes down. And if we want balance, you better be going beast mode on the workouts just to balance out that bullshit you've been eating. And I can look at myself in the reflection of this camera right here and know that I'm talking to myself. You don't even like balance. So I think you should be more beast mode than anything, and it's going to show. But it's the mentality. Let's get back to that mentality. Let's do set 3. See, I have an interesting setup here, a very rigid setup here, where I'm trying to fit the camera in the right spot, close enough. I'd like it to be closer during some of the shots. The mic could be on me at all times. This wouldn't be in the way of my cable flies, but I don't have someone to film me. So I'm just setting up a tripod. I've got my sound recording deck for this, and then you pair the two together. I have mics for the top of the camera, but this one seems to be the better one that I have currently that I own. I've been thinking about getting a lav mic, but those are a little expensive, and they probably won't work for the amount of sweat that I do. I want to look up like the waterproof ratings on those mics, but it's that mentality. It's not everyone's going to have that mentality like you. Not everyone's going to have that sharp compass like you. Not everyone's going to be willing to go through the sharpening process, which is a lifetime process. But to continually make it sharper, and then you're coming back to a sharper blade, you have to sharpen it even harder. It's going to be even harder to get a finer, we got to consistently heat it up and bang, bang, bang. It's a great metaphor, but to sharpen that compass. But like I was saying, you're going to be doing a lot of the great stuff alone. A lot of your greatness stuff you're going to be doing alone. You're going to be doing it lonely. You're going to be doing it depressed. You're going to be doing it sad. You're going to be doing it when you don't feel like it. And now I'm speaking from personal experience. You're going to be doing it when you're exhausted, when you're beat down, when your shoulder hurts, but you know it's chest day again. And you got to find a way to adapt. You got to find a way to have your mentality kick in and say, get up out of bed, you fat fuck. Not because it's good to insult yourself, not because it's something, but it's because I already told myself, this is what I want. And I can't change it from day to day. It's a thing that's in my soul. This is what I want. I have goals for myself. This is what I want. And in a moment, to have a different thought that goes against my long-term goals, you have to slap yourself on the wrist and say, does this get you closer to your goal or does it not? There should be no sit in between. There should be no resting in momentum. You take a step forward or you're taking a step back. That's how I'm going to consider it every day. Every single 1 calorie that I put in my mouth, every one chip, those little mission chips, one chip, every single item that I eat or ingest or drink, I'm going to say, do I get closer to my goal with this or do I get farther away? Every action, let's start micromanaging some of this stuff. If you want to be great, you got to audit yourself. Every action. Do I get closer to my goal or do I get farther away? Because this all plays into mentality. Are you ready to go all out? Are you ready to see what your truest potential is? Now it's time to use the most powerful asset that we have, and that's your mindset. Let's do set 4, coming to a close. I know it's not too far away. It's not too far away the day that I'll have staff, I'll have support, but I need to grind this out now. I need to set my foundation of my mentality. I need to have that grind mentality even when times are good. When I have chefs preparing me whatever I want, and I have enough money to buy whatever I want, I need to have self-control. I need to build that now. And that's a long process. That's a very painful process. And if you just flirt with it, you're not going to get it. You got to delve into that. And you got to go all out, audit every action, so that when times are good and people are inviting you to all the parties and you still have that discipline, that foundation. See, your mentality is your foundation. You would hate it's like people that win the lottery when they just randomly win the lottery and and it almost always goes away. It's because they don't have the foundation. They don't have the financial literacy. They don't know how, it goes away. Because you're giving it, God gives you an opportunity before you're not ready. And it's my firm belief that everything I don't have currently is because I'm not capable of it yet. Don't you just feel like there's things that life and fate and God are holding back from your life that you really want right now, but it's probably because you're not ready for it? And it sucks that we have to go on that timing. We have to go on the universe's timing. We have to go on God's timing. But it is the purest. Just get better and see what blessings come your way. Get ready now. Reach new milestones. Progress. Show progress. So you can't get progress if you don't progress. If you're not constantly stepping up, if you're not doing more and being more consistent, maybe you're doing the same thing, but you're just doing it harder, heavier, faster, with a better attitude. You could have same workout that I have set up for everybody here. Someone comes in with a bad attitude, or if they came in with a good attitude, the numbers would look way different. The way that it shows on their body would look way different. And it's all interior. Because the mindset has to do with how you apply yourself to every situation in life. Whether it's success or failure or sadness or a family member dying, your integrity starts to come into play here. Who you are at your core. This is what we're trying to adjust. See, that's why it takes so long. This is a hard thing to adjust. Who I am at my core, I'm trying to adjust. Who I am as a person inside, my soul, your subconscious, how hard it is to access that? Sometimes you just have to beat it into yourself till it becomes a subconscious. It's not like we can sit down with a shaman and unlock our subconscious and hypnotize. People do that. But it takes many, many sessions. It takes many, many years of practice. There's not just we can't just get in there like robots and switch. We are creatures of habit. And to build a new habit, it takes reps in the hard work we trust. And this is what's going to, get you the body you want. This is what's going to get you the life you want. It's your repetition. It's the mentality is what gives you the repetition, gives you that strength or the power when you don't have it, the power to go the right direction every time. Are you going to go forward or are you going to go backward? I think it's enough for now, but your mentality is the strongest thing that you have, and you have to always be sharpening it. And it's a lifelong thing. It don't matter if you're at the bottom, at the middle, you're a trillionaire, whatever your top might look like, you should always be shooting for more. I can do more. And when you get better as a person, as your soul, you do actually do more, you are now capable of doing more. Does that make sense? Exponential growth. Let's do that. Let's keep pushing until we escape this gravity we call life. But it's going to start with our mentality. It's going to start with how we look at insults online. It's going to start with who we listen to and what, if I envision myself in the future, the most successful possible version outcome of me, does that person watch the Kardashians? Does that person talk gossip? Does that person share memes all the time? Does that person listen to certain songs? Does that person wake up at 3 a.m.? What does that person do? And if I start doing that now, I will become that person. We become what we think about, what we speak about, and then who we are on the inside because of our habits. We become that. These are all things that have to do with who we become. So if we can just vision, with the mentality, to know who we want to be, or in my case, who I'm going to be, I can reverse engineer that person, make some assumptions about them. I don't think they watch any TV. I don't think they keep up with anything. I think that they spend money excessively on employees and all kinds of different expenses. I got to understand that the life I want is going to come with so many bills. The life I want is going to come with so many negative comments. The life that I want for myself that allows me to help the most amount of people is going to come with a lot of downsides and come with a lot of habits required, come with a lot of hard work and dedication required. And with this amount of sweat going in my eyes, it's ridiculous. But it's going to require that to get there. So let's start now.